Day 25. My puppies worked great last night. Man, I was so warm, snug like a bug in a rug. All night I slept for 12 hours, 11 hours. It is after 4 a.m. now. And I think I went to bed right around 5 or so last night. I crashed out pretty early. I ate my food, brushed my teeth, and I was out, man. Oh, I was comfortable all night long. Didn't wake up, no tossing and turning. I even at one point said, let's try sleeping in the fetal position where my knees and stuff and my shoulders hang off of that pad that I have. And I was warm all night. Why didn't anybody come up with a puffy underquilt before? If I had a puffy trench coat, oh, that would cover the whole thing. Pretty sure there's puffy trench coats. I should keep my eye out for one. So I am cooking my coffee. I'm going to kick it here. I am in no hurry. I got like 10 miles left of this trail, man. It's going to be kind of sad leaving it. I'm not excited about starting the Benton Mackay because I'm not really doing that trail. So I just kind of, 50-something miles of, or 70, huh? Yeah, 70 miles of walking through a trail just to get to a trail. I don't feel like I'm on it per se. 70 miles doesn't count. That's nothing. Anyway, usual. Gonna eat some oats, drink some coffee, maybe some alcohol, and I'll see you out on the trail. In looking at the map, I forgot about it, but today is a water day. We have 18 crossings over the next 4 miles, so there is a chance we're getting our shoes wet today. We've avoided it the whole time, which is pretty impressive. But today might be the day, so yeah, no big deal. It's my last day on this trail. Might as well get my feet wet once, huh? Oh no, I guess there was a couple times I had to take off shoes. But if I'm going through 18 crossings, I might not take off my shoes. Yeah, we'll see how they are. If they're all little like this, I'm not letting it get my shoes wet, man. Maybe I'll hike in flip-flops for 4 miles. Ooh, had to go drop an early morning deuce. This is so steep to get up, but that's my only choice. I found a spot where there's a little rut where a tree had fallen to help me up, but still. Imagine having to do that before you pooped in the morning. Oh, and I don't even know how far away from camp. Probably like 0.3. I just kept walking, hoping I'd find something. I'm like, I ain't climbing that shit. And up is my only option because down is water. Pooping in the woods. It just, sometimes you get that warning and you're all hunched over because I'm underneath a tarp. So that position doesn't help me already being in a squat for like an hour. I was like, I gotta go. And so I get at the trail and I was like, oh shit. Super uphill on this side and water on that side. So my only choice, walking, pinching. Here we go. See my sign. It is a beautiful morning already, man. I had a great night here. And it was totally because of the big magic tree. Oh, you can see some stars. I mean, even on camera. I can see tons of them. When I try that with my other camera, it's got a mode called Star Lapse where, I like those time lapses of the stars. Makes them spin. I don't know. Can it pick those things up? They are just tiny dots. Oh, hey, good morning, Scorpius. It's next to the moon there. Oh, you can see one of the stars shining. It's not even a star. I believe that's a star cluster. We perceive it as one star, but it's a buttload of them all in one spot. That's my summer constellation. I talk to it all the time like it's a person. And we're off. Later on, big tree. Have a great rest of your life. I hope nobody cuts you down. Hope you don't burn. I don't know how you survived all these humans around, but good on you. Just gonna climb up your roots like a staircase. Don't mind me. Cool. Later on, brother. Till next time. Oh, much appreciated. What are the chances we'll catch a good sunrise? I know, pretty slim, but let's hope anyway. Huh, I guess bicycles are allowed here. I mean, I kind of figured with the amount of them. Oh, you are so good to me. Appreciate it when they make it easy. Got turkey feet in all the trees. And a gradual uphill. Not nearly as many spiders as yesterday, but still plenty of them. All right, but does a little guy like that even show up? Oh, he does. I can see him from forever away. There's some all up in these branches. I mean, they're still all over the place, but nothing like yesterday. Okay, I can see a spider from here. I'm assuming it's a tiny little baby. But let's see how far away you can see spider eyes. How many paces? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I lost him. Oh. Like 25 paces. And I can see that tiny little guy. Can you even see him? Hey, move. He's like, screw you. Not even the size of my pinky nail. And I can see his eyeballs glittering. They don't just shine, they glitter. They turn on and off. Maybe it's flashing Morse code at me, dude. I didn't even think about that. No way I'll ever know, because I'm not learning Morse code. I'll tell you that. So unless I can figure out a way to record spider eyes and then ask ChatGPT if that's Morse code, I will never know. So was I on the Bear Creek Loop? And the Pinhoti's this thing. Yeah. Alright. It's a real good thing they have all these signs. If you look at the shape on the map, it is so convoluted. There is no way I would have made it through without all this help. You know, look at this weird shape. See if you can follow it in the dark. Things changed in an instant. Can't see my breath anymore. It's actually kind of muggy. If I knew it was going to stay this temperature, I'd start taking off layers. But I don't believe that's the case. Somehow this area is just very, very comfortably warm. Kind of wet. But I mean, I've been by water all day and yesterday. So everything's kind of wet. Not terribly too much condensation on my tarp this morning, but it's so far away from me. And it is open on both ends at least a little bit. I think it lets it all just right out. New obstacle to avoid, or at least to keep my eye out for. Millipede. He's got an ant on him. I'm gonna scrape that ant off. It's probably not gonna do anything to him, but they have friends. Okay, it looks like it's walking off. What's an ant doing out this late at night and all by itself? They get bigger than that too. I'd have picked him up, but first off, I didn't really want to disturb him. It's early. And second, they got so many legs, they just cling to your gloves. You can't get one off until it decides it wants to walk off of you. It's just so silent. Where are all the life forms? Now my knee popped. I don't know if that was a good thing or not. My knees don't normally pop. Oh, it's the moon. Saw a light out of the corner of my eye. Seems much brighter than it really is. So far all the water crossings have been pretty tiny. It's kind of what I expected them to be. But you know, even if you're shallow, 3 inches deep, but 20 feet wide, I probably have to take off my shoes. I don't think get them wet. These shoes are holding together really well. I don't remember how long this trail is, but I want to say somewhere near 400-ish. And these things still look great. Feel good too. Walmart special. People in the comments were complaining about the amount of blowdowns on the trail, and I guess they weren't overreacting. These people come in here and, you know, clear it up, made it a little easier to get through. I'm not the first guy in. That's always a bitch. I was like, what is that sticking out of the tree? And he climbed back in, just his head is sticking out, but there's a salamander in this tree. That's his little head right there. Oh, it went in. I didn't know they lived in trees. Well, I mean, it's a downed tree, but still, he was hanging halfway out. There's a little salamander hole, or newt hole, or whatever the hell it is. A little slimy lizard thing. I had no idea they were in trees. And they can see when lights are being shined on them. A lot of things just don't react to a light. And he was like, Smart little guy. Seen lots of bicycle tracks through here in the muddier areas. But there's like thorns hanging all over the trail and stuff. So for certain parts, I think they're berry bushes, but hard to tell. Down trees all over the place. I was like, why would you do this to yourself? Bring a bicycle through here? No, thank you, sir. There has been a lot down, and a lot of them huge trees. Of course, I have not been filming them all. But yeah, there are a lot of them. I wonder if an event happened. Big ass storm or something. See, at least somebody came along and made my life easier. Appreciate you. Yeah, watch out, these guys have thorns. They're only baby thorns right now, but I think they get bigger. They look bigger up the stalk or vine or whatever. Right now they're just grabby. But since I'm not wearing anything puffy related, they're not gonna shred my clothes. And this Amazon little hoodie is way superior to my hiking puffy. But I'm glad I kept my hiking puffy because just one puffy is not enough to make an underquilt out of. Because that is a game changer, man. Oh, and think about the future. Okay, so, in another month or two, probably a month, people will be doing this, but there's going to be huge man-sized spider webs in between everything. It's not the creepy crawlies that get you, man. It's the ones that hang in your face. Yeah, those will be everywhere. I know Virginia's filled with them. I mean, those same kind of spiders exist everywhere, but they're just way larger out here. We have them in Arizona too. I call them nocturnal conniption spiders because you generally see them at night, and if you just annoy them in the slightest, they bounce up and down angrily and their whole web shakes. So if you just go at them, oh, it pisses them off, man. Their whole web shakes. Let's see if I can find you one and show you what I mean. Those little conniption fit. And there's a little baby spider floating. I am getting a decent amount of silk, but not anything extreme. Not what the people in another month are gonna get. Pre-dawn. I love the skies at pre-dawn. I decided to sit down and have a little safety meeting. It's only been 2.5 miles since I started, but yeah, it's a nice spot. There's a few birds making noises. Still got the moon. Oh geez, right after my safety meeting too. Okay. Oh, don't you know? Let's see, we got this. And that's where we're gonna go, man. It does go all the way to the end. It gets a little hairy there at the end, it's looking though. Jeebs, what I'll do to avoid getting my feet wet. Yeah. Let's go look if there's a path leading over there somewhere. There's bike tracks. They just ride their bikes through this, man. How convenient is that? Don't get your feet wet. See, it doesn't look like there's a clear beaten path that others have taken across this monster. They're just like, screw it, we'll take our shoes off. I'm just gonna walk and see. If it gets dicey, I'll probably keep going, but I should turn back. Alright, but I'm not gonna film it because I'm probably gonna need my hands. But while we're here, these mushrooms are pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like them. Or maybe I have, I've just never seen them in this phase. I do a density test, but I'm holding on right now and leaning forward. Alright, so far so good. Here's where it gets a little dicey though. Alright, I gotta do that all unaided. There's nothing to grab onto. It's covered in moss. It might be slick. I'm a little scared, I'll be honest. I'm gonna do it anyway. Ta-da! Woo! Okay. That gave me a little adrenaline rush. Whew. That sound you just heard was my butthole unpuckering. Ooh, okay, that was adventurous. Is this one gonna get my shoes wet? Oh, narrow bridge. I can't walk that the whole time. I will totally fall in. But I'm gonna try it. Come on, man. No rocks, no nothing. That's way down there. I should just suck it up and walk in flip-flops for a while, huh? Those things chafe my feet, though. I don't want to walk in them for very long. Should we just suck it up and get wet shoes? I do have other socks. And there are a lot more of these. And hey, I might walk through this one and get wet shoes, and all the other ones have bridges after that. There is always that possibility. But I don't really see an easy way across this. And if it's going to be this on this for the next 5 miles, I might as well. I did it. Oh, I did it. All right. Oh, got a little deeper than I expected right there. I'm going to go here where it looks shallow. I can't see through the water. Ooh, almost slipped. There's big rocks. Okay. And a log. Putting the phone away. That wasn't so bad. And, I got to get my feet used to getting wet here on occasion. I am going to do the AT. She is a bit moist. And it wasn't very cold water. And I'm assuming since I'm in a canyon, it will be the same body of water over and over. Cool. It's chilly, but it isn't painful. I can wind through chilly, but painful. Ugh. Or when you get to the other side, you can't even put your socks on because your feet are all just weird. They don't cooperate. I'll massaging them and hugging them to me, and I'm not very flexible, so it's uncomfortable, but your toes hurt. And your chest is warm. I'm sure we've all been there on occasion. Going on your toes. Warm up my little piggies. Alright, this is really nice walking through here. It's cool, mellow, I got birds singing. It's a little stroll. I like it when you can see way down the trail when it's a green tunnel. Not many places you get to do that. You lose somebody if they're 100 yards ahead of you. And everything I did, people on bicycles did. They got to go under all that stuff and all the blowdowns. They do have the advantage on the water, but that's it. But even that, I bet, sketchy. I bet a lot of them walking across. Something has recently disturbed the forest floor. But what? And it could be how an armadillo does stuff. It could be some turkey scratches. It doesn't seem big enough to be turkey scratching. It doesn't seem big enough to be chicken scratch. But I swear there's something in this woods. think the most prevalent animal I've seen on this trail so far is dog. Oh, is there another water crossing? Guessing so. Oh, I see prints. Ooh. That's gonna be like knee deep. That's cool. It was a turkey scratching on the sides. It saw me before I saw it. They have a really good eyesight. I guess that's one of the things that makes them kind of fun to hunt. I mean, first, if I was out hunting, I'd want a challenge. I don't want it to be guaranteed that I come home with one every year. I want to fail here and there so that when I succeed, it feels all the better. Ooh, a log waterfall. I like those. "50 yards later, there's another one. These things are prevalent. Look at it. That one's in V formation. Somebody put that there? Or did that just happen that way? Get off my leg, stick. Oh, that's in a V formation. Does that just happen randomly? It's crazy, huh? Saw me another turkey. There's scratchings all over the place here. It's not the same one because he's been here for a while. But he saw me before I saw him. I hear waterfowl. Assuming there's a body of water. Is that what I'm seeing through the trees? Oh, I see a house. Oh, and another house. Sneaky, sneaky houses. How'd that get so close? Oh, there is water. It is a lake. And another house. These are just there. There's some houses. They don't actually live here. Okay, come up to a fork, and I was like, I feel like I should go right, but maybe left. And as I was going to think, oh, I'm going to check the map, I saw private property, no trespassing. I was like, well, thank you. That answers that. Oh, there's something that leads up there. That does not look like mine. I'm going to give it a while, see if I see a turkey foot before I check. I've just been trying to run it out. I've been playing that game. I feel like I'm on the right trail. And I assume I'll get some sort of mark to tell me I am. But then sometimes I get paranoid and check the map. I don't see any other way I could have gone, except up that hill. That didn't look right. Well, funny enough, turns out I have not been on the trail for a while. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, the dotted line leads back to the trail. But yeah, I had no idea I was off. Well, where did I go wrong? I will never know, because I'm not going to backtrack and find out. Son of a bitch. Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay, disregard all that. We are headed back to the trail. Turns out I was headed south on this road. I was like, hold on, the lake is not to my left, but it was on the map. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I got about a mile of backtracking to go. And we get to figure out where I went wrong. Man, good thing I brought snacks. I am just beginning to realize the gravity of the situation. I am actually further back right now than when I woke up this morning. Yeah. Yeah. I've been on the wrong trail now that I've looked back and followed dotted lines and such for a long, long time. Yeah, that's inconvenient. Should look at the map more often. I don't like looking at the map all the time. But, I didn't see turkey feet and stuff for a while. I don't know, it just didn't kick in. Miles off track. Hey, yay, round trip. And if you look on that last clip I just showed you, I have highlighted where I camped last night. And it is still way ahead of me. Man, I knew it was all twisty-turny too. I should have looked more often. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, that'll put me right where I'm supposed to be. It always does. As far as I can tell, the trail is so far back that when there was any sort of light in the sky, I was not on trail. I think it might have been somewhere near where I just took a break in the dark. Maybe I was supposed to, at that campsite, there's another way out of it. It wasn't a campsite, there's logs. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. It'll probably be something really obvious. There's some neon blinking signs. There will be signs. The fact that I haven't seen any in a while should have tipped me off, and I don't know why it didn't. Maybe because so many of them were them little leafy trees that wouldn't really hold blazes, so I just kind of overlooked it. I was following bicycle tracks more than anything. That's dumb. Wasn't supposed to see that. I wasn't supposed to do any of those crossings I did. No nothing. No nothing. So I'm guessing somewhere nearly 5 miles round trip. That's not so bad. It was beautiful. I'm sure I got my feet wet a couple times, and maybe I never had to. So haha me. But like, it's not as bad as that time I went down the backside of Mount Taylor. And that wasn't my worst one either. So this one's, pretty level. So there's that. Decently scenic for, drab browns. But there's water and some green stuff growing here and there. And had I not taken that wrong way on Mount Taylor and all the other ones that I took, it would not have put me in the precise spot to meet the Minnesota Hikings and change my hike forever. Had I been an hour ahead, an hour behind, wouldn't have run into them. Everything happens for a reason. Back across this one, but now that I can see through the water, I can tell it's way more shallow right here. See how dark and deep it is right there? I mean, it was never more than knee high, but hard to walk across this stuff. These stones are broad, flat, and kind of slick. And you can't see anything. It felt treacherous the first time. Oh, hey, we're almost back. Yeah, and I knew it, but I didn't really think about it. It is slightly uphill because I was following water. So, when you're going against it, naturally you're going uphill a little bit. But just a little bit. I've been using it as workout time. Gotta still get my body into hiker shape. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready for the PUDs of the AT. I'm almost there. Still got some toughening to do. But I'll get to figure out where I went wrong and see how blatantly obvious the right way was. Well, I remember you, so I didn't take you. So, yep, haha me, I didn't even need to do that stupid shit. I didn't even need to cross the river. Evidently, it goes off over there someways. Uh-huh. Yep. Alright, but it's over. Well, really close to over. And I got to wash my shoes. Yeah, and as long as I don't slip and fall in this, and hey, nothing really lost but a little bit of time. And I've got plenty of that. I'm going to blame it on that. I didn't even notice the sign was down when I came through here. At least I don't think I did, but I came from down here, all coming downhill, all happy, dry shoes and shit, all like tra-la-la-la-la. I see that, focus on the logs. I see that, it's an obvious path, and I do not notice this. Oh, I'm going to say maybe somebody cut down the sign, but that's not cut in the same pattern. I'm supposed to go down here. Guess who didn't need to get his shoes wet? Yeah. Well, now that I'm back on trail and I feel safe, I should get that way. They just start to uncurl everywhere. I really dig them in this phase. Oh, whole bunches of them. That's when they're edible, I hear. You just pick them off and eat them. Maybe I should try one just to see, huh? Probably tasty, right? Maybe it has some bugs in it. Tastes like grass. Just like grass. Yep. It's a little after 9 a.m. Well, at this point yesterday I had about 8 miles or so. Today I have 2.7. Yeah. Yeah. Whose fault is that? Not mine. I'm always innocent. Somebody set me up. They made me not pay attention right there. Oh, there's those mushrooms I saw earlier growing up on that tree. Well, maybe I know them later when they get darker. They kind of look like that chaga, I think it was called. Dude was making it in a tea. Small consolation, but I would have had to get my feet wet here. There's no rock hopping or anything. Maybe if I go away, no, I'm not gonna. I'm never gonna veer away from this trail ever again, ever. Hey, I see socks drying. Did somebody forget their socks? Well, it sucks to be them. I don't carry socks, especially the big, heavy-looking ones. Hey, here's campsite. Am I still on trail? I want to say yes. But the answer was no. No, it's not on trail. This is just a campsite. It says it's over here to the left. Oh, that's why I couldn't see it. That's the trail. And oh, people are going here and around it. Okay. Oh, I get the pattern. Okay, but I got this. Oh, this is where I cross. That is a rock slide. You do not want to fall there, man. You'll get carried over a couple of them. It'd be embarrassing. You're not going to die or anything, but you're going to be cold, wet, and embarrassed. You definitely don't want to do it on camera, because these things don't short circuit in the water anymore, so that won't save you from looking dumb. But I bet there's plenty of person who just walks up that log right there. I was that kind of person before I got my shoes wet. But it's better to just bite the bullet, get it done and over with. I haven't taken a break in a while, and a down log on the trail is a great excuse to just sit here and relax for a moment. I gotta take off a sweater anyway, or my hoodie. Change my gloves out. It's starting to get a little warm. I'll be taking a break again later. I gotta filter water, but it's been a minute and this tree was asking for it. I'm pretty sure these are berry bushes. They've been hanging over the trail here and there. They're mildly annoying. You know, they have their share of thorns. Thorns never focus. You always have to put your hand around. That's great. You know what thorns look like. They're here and there. Sometimes they're hanging over the trail. I did think at one point, like, why are people riding bicycles through this? Crazy. But if I would have timed it right, I'd have berries to eat right now. But I'd probably also be covered in mosquitoes. So there's that. Yeah, all this is edible. Sticks to landing. That's way uphill, just in case you can't tell. Looks like it's just one solid mass of rock. Just giant rock slide. Doesn't look like boulders stacked or anything. It looks like one big rock. You hop a bit, but it doesn't seem like it. Just when my shoes and socks are starting to dry out. That's okay. I'm going to be grabbing water real soon and taking a break. Taking everything off. Let my feet dry out at least. But I'm still putting on the same wet socks and shoes afterwards. I'm not breaking out new socks till tomorrow. So for the next 4 miles I go up. And then the trail ends, and then I come back down on the Benton Mackay, making a giant wedge shape. There is a small road that connects the two that would shave off those 8 miles that would take me to the Benton Mackay, just a little further south. But since it's the terminus of the trail, it's a little special, so I don't think I'm going to shave it off. Even though I went 5 miles in the wrong direction, that's my fault. It's not the trail's fault. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it just because it's slightly more special than the average chunk of trail. So we will be camping somewhere on the Benton Mackay tonight, though. Yeah, it's only 4 miles away, and it's just at noon or a little before. I stopped to take my break early because this was the last water crossing for a while on the trail, and I was like, oh, chance to dry off my stuffs. My feet are a little waterlogged. Definitely a sign of turkey. There's tons of it up here. That, all of this. That was a decently steep climb. Almost 400 feet over a half mile. But it was nice ground like this. It was all mostly dirt with some rock. not real steep, but had its moments. It's a really good workout. Okay, I see 3 forks, a trident in the road. Well, I bet mine's one that goes uphill. I see the word Pinhoti Trail down there in an arrow. Going with it. Oh, that's just the parking lot. I don't need to go up that hill. Alright, we're in the last stretch. It is 3 miles from this point, and all of it is downhill. Well, the majority, it's like 900 down, 200 up. And then I suppose everything I just went down, I got to go back up on the Benton Mackay. Yeah, that's cool. I need to work out. It's a bit more overcast than I'd like. Almost suggests there might be a storm coming. Oh, I should check weather. Maybe I have service up here. Okay, senses were correct. I wasn't able to get much. I was able to get like a daily forecast for the next few days, but after that wouldn't let me go any deeper. I couldn't even push on any buttons. But I only had 1 bar of LTE. I'm surprised anything happened. But it showed that for the next 2 days I'm going to have rain and lightning. But it's going to be warm tomorrow. The day after it's going to be a little bit colder. And then after that it's done raining, but it keeps getting colder. So I got some days where the high is only like 49. What the hell, man? What the hell? So, yeah. I mean, just deal with it. You know, like, what else are you going to do? I mean, I'll cry a little bit. There'll be whining and moaning and such. Cowering under things. Shaking my fist at the sky. But still, we will persist. We met right at this corner. And I spooked the fuck out of those horses, man. I didn't mean to, but, you know, I'm just all like, you know, I'm in workout mode. So I'm like, you know, bam, I'm probably hitting 3.5, 4 miles an hour for some stretches because this is downhill. And at the worst point, dude, boom, scared the shit out of them. They were cool. They were like, no, they're young horses. They don't know. This is how they learn. Nobody got thrown or anything. We chatted for a while. They were nice. Those horses were working into a lather. Sweaty as hell from running up this. I didn't even hear him coming. I mean, I am jamming out to a little music, so maybe there's that. But, you know, out of the 20, my volume goes up to 20. I'm only at 4. You know, that's how loud I listen to music. It's there, it's happening, but it doesn't encompass my world. That's why I'm able to, like, talk while it's happening. It's all blaring at me. Yeah, I was expecting horses. Scared me a little bit too, man. Oh, she did give me valuable information. So I'm going to have to push on a little further than maybe I intended to. I'm not sure. But I did notice there's a cemetery on the map. It just, you know, it doesn't tell me anything about it. Just, there's words on the map that say it exists. Oh, the Benton Mackay runs right by it, and that lady told me they just built a new shelter up there. And she's like, no, it's not spooky, it's new. I'm like, oh yeah, have you ever slept in a cemetery by yourself? Like, well, no, you know, like, I thought not, you know, I have. And I want it to be spooky. I was hoping, because she said there was an old one with pews in it that was spooky, but that quite often means for mice, you know, I don't want to deal with rodents. I have a yard sale with my shit right now. I'm going to start hanging everything in my pack and all that when I get around shelters. Shelter mice. I've just been leaving my shit laying on the ground the whole time, this whole trail. I haven't had any rodent issues whatsoever. That is about to change. Something red in the tree. Looks like a bag. It's a trap. Do not shirt, maybe by design. It's got stripes on it. Bandana, maybe? Yeah, I think it's bandana. What's it say on it? What are the words? Electric something. Looks like Electric Lincoln. Electric Lincoln. I can't see all the words, but I can see partial of two. This is the last couple 100 feet of the trail. And it's like, I'm gonna get you one more time. Or I can go over that log over there. That looks exciting, huh? My feet are getting kind of dry, man. I'd rather not. I want to see if there's a path over to it, because it just might be right through here. Nah, I see broken limbs and stuff. I don't know. Let's see, maybe. Just ride the tree right up, right, man? Yeah. Whoa. See, already. Okay. That's some open ground up there, man. We can do that. Can these branches support me? I hope so. Okay, can. Cool. Oh, man. I can do this. Okay, I punked out. I can get my shoes wet, screw it. Oh, that's brisk. That's what you get. That's what you get. You could have been all dry on a log or broke your leg. And I was like, how do I explain that to myself? You know, like you're at the very end of the trail, and not this even trail, the very end of just the first morsel of the actual adventure, and you break your fucking leg because you want to ride that log. Oh, this is all mud too. That's cool. I like mud. I love mud. But yeah, I couldn't justify it to myself. I started getting second thoughts instantly. I got scared and I said, abort! And my ego doesn't make me do too stupid of things. I do stupid stuff out of curiosity, a little sense of adventure. But no. I've never broken a major bone and I want to keep it that way. Is this the unceremonious end of the trail? Or it just says Benton Mackay? I didn't see any other sign. Well, those turkey feet? No, they're just white blazes. Huh. No more turkey feet? No. Nothing, huh? Nothing like, well, okay, done with that trail. The trail starts here. This is northern terminus. Let me check my map. Maybe I'm like 100 yards off or something. Oh, I see another sign over there behind the blazes. The blazes drew my attention. But there are definitely some straight lines behind it. Maybe a sign. Oh yeah, we're looking for some triangles, or I mean, what, diamonds? Yeah, diamonds Okay, let's see what this sign says. This better be like, you're in of the Pinhoti. You finished. Good for you. Pat on the back, mofo. Hey, it is. Okay, cool. There we go. Got that. I'm less confused now. Alright. Which way do I want to go? There's so many options. Okay, I have been following my little blue dot for a little while to make sure I'm going in the right direction. And we start off on the wrong foot quite often. But a bonus, a boon. I love it when I'm bad at stuff to my advantage. So it's supposed to rain for the next couple of days. Yeah, I'm not overly worried about it. You know, thunderstorms, all that fun stuff. Sucks, but it happens. But I have a lot of stuff I need to upload. And there was the town coming up, Blue Ridge, and I thought it was 50 miles in on this trail. Well, it is, but that's going Nobo from the beginning of the trail. So it's mile 50. And when I clicked on it, I saw mile 50. And I thought it's 50 miles from, I don't know. So I did the math according to that. Turns out from where I'm standing, it's only 20 miles away, or 22. Or something like that. So, yeah, I might eat some storms tomorrow, but then, you know, I can get into town and, you know, find a place and upload a bit. I'm a bit behind on that. Not really behind, but a bit. It might all just work out. I thought I wasn't going to be in town for another, like, 3 days. I thought 50 miles from here. Groovy. So not tomorrow, but the day after I can be in for breakfast if everything works out. So I'm getting close to the cutoff to the graveyard. It's a little early in the day, and I could keep going. The next 4 miles takes me up 1,400 feet. And I don't want to be 1,400 feet closer to the sky. So I believe I'm going to just stop early, hang out at the graveyard. Okay, turn left at the road. Hey, it's downhill. It's only like 0.2 off the road. I think it's supposed to go down and maybe over that hill. That's tomorrow's problem. Well, definitely not what I was expecting. Shelter it is, but, you know, it's not really a shelter. Should I carry on? I don't feel like climbing another mountain. I don't really have the energy in me. It's been kind of a long day. But I don't necessarily want to stop here. I decided I'm going to carry on. It's early in the day and I'd feel weird setting up a hammock from the rafters. It's about the only place to hammock. There's no other appeal other than there's a roof. And I don't really need one, hopefully. It is a bit overcast. I got a lick of service here and I was able to get a more detailed forecast, and it says it won't start. And it only had a bunch of thunder coming out of clouds, not raindrops. But I mean, one leads to the other, does it not? But it said that was only for 8 and 9 o'clock a.m. So I'm going to take my chances, carry on. Go over this mountain, try to get down and on the other side a little bit. It's only 1,000 feet up over like 4 miles. I did a bunch of it on the way here. Looks like somebody lived here at one point. Look at the foundation of the place. Which also means I've made it to the top of Flat Top Mountain. All the remains of your house. I don't know how many people lived in that. I'm only a mile or two from camp. There's as much up as there is down, so sounds good to me. What a gorgeous future mosquito field. Oh, got my first grouse. Not making any noise yet, but running around doing grouse stuff. Mountain chickens. I still remember the noise they make out here. It's deep. It sounds like it's coming from within you. It's crazy. I never heard a noise like that before. Thought it was my heart at first, beating way too fast. Nope, just horny grouse. I'm glad I pushed on. That graveyard did not have what I was looking for. When they said there was a shelter there, I totally meant to mean something else. I would have been bored there already. Being so exposed, I wouldn't feel right setting up camp. And now I made some more miles that I don't have to make tomorrow. We can get really close to town, but probably not in town. We'll just hang out on the outside and go in on the day after. That's the general plan. Maybe I'll be able to upload from outside of town, but then that means I have to spend longer in town charging those batteries. If I'm doing it all on my phone and charging it as I go, I don't have to worry about charging batteries. But I'm going to be there for a long time uploading, so it doesn't really matter if I'm charging batteries as long as I find an outlet. Yeah. I guess we'll see. If I have something near 5G outside of town, I'll try something. I'm falling behind. Okay, this is where we're calling home tonight. Drop my bag on the rock. Start a filter and figure out which of these trees I'm swinging from. Can you see all the crap ton of gnats around my face? There's a lot of them, man. Luckily I have glasses. They'd be bothering the hell out of me. They're already annoying me and they're not in my eyes yet. Camp crawler's all set up, all battened down. Every once in a while, a big old gust comes through and feeds me some leaves. I tried to clear them all out of the area, but they're slowly making their way back in. Well, that's it for the night. I'm going to retire. Go sleep in my little puffy haven. Yeah. Good night.